Look, I don't know why we're here. I don't know how we've qualified. I don't know why we've qualified. And quite frankly, it's just ruined a bunch of our summers. But, you know, the fact that we're here means we might as well, you know, try and do our best.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on The Impossible Dream as we extend Season 10 beyond the regular season into the summer for this World Club Cup. I have no idea still how we've got here, but I'm recording this before last episode went out, so if you guys have answered that question, then I haven't seen the answers yet. But yeah, we're going to try, since we're here, and do as best we can. Now, we've been drawn in Group D with Boca Juniors, Guadalajara, and Mainz. Mainz and Boca Juniors are who we face today. So if we can get 4 points from there, you can see top two teams qualify. That should be pretty good, and then I would back us, I think, to beat the Mexican side. Now, summer is ongoing, obviously, but let's start by just sort of wrapping up the league season. Now, as you can see here, we've got two teams getting promoted this year because De Brava on penalties relegated Istra. So, yeah, two teams up, which is always nice to have a bit of a turnover in the league, I think. You don't want the same teams year in, year out. It gets a little bit boring. So, that's good. They'll be coming up with Bordeaux, who, of course, are our affiliate team that we loan teams players to. So, that's a little bit frustrating because we can only loan them 3 now because we're in the same division. But it is what it is, I suppose. Now, if we have a look at some of the end-of-season awards, Goalkeeper of the Year was Pinter. It's only the second time that we've won that award as a club. Priscilla, down here, you can see, won it a few years back now. So well done to Pinter on that one. And the only other thing of note is for this team of the season, we had 2 players in there, which is outrageous considering how much we won the league by. But Pinter was the goalkeeper and Holt at left back. Otherwise, it was, yeah, just Dynamo Fest, essentially, with a Hajduk and Slaven and Oziak player in there as well. So possibly down to the fact we rotate, but still a little bit outrageous, that one. So we've not had any other transfers, ins or outs as of yet. We'll obviously be working on things, but as we've seen before, the summer can be a little bit quiet for us. So yeah, we'll see what happens. There will be movement, it just hasn't happened yet. So we've got Mainz first up. It says we're at home, although it's actually, obviously, it's in France. We're at Lons, I believe. And, well, let's have a look here. We're expecting a 4-4-2 out of them. Now, the one thing we don't know is that how match fit people are going to be. There has been an international break, so that has that's sort of freshened up some players. So this is the team we're sending out anyway. Pinter in goal, Sanchez, Monsalvo and Butchman. Torres and Kovacic will be the width. Sithole in behind Montel and Zinko. Lacko and Bertic will be the front two. Now we've had a little bit of an injury blow in that Crespi is going to miss the tournament. He has a broken foot, 3 to 4 months. He's going to miss the start of the season as well. So that's not ideal. Obviously, that's not ideal, but maybe the broken foot will keep teams won't bid for him perhaps. So yeah, so that's a bit of a blow, but everybody else, there's no injuries anyway. I did post up on the Discord and whatnot our team for the tournament, our registered squad. So yeah, anyway, you can kind of see it there. It's 30 players. So the only players we didn't register Taninsky because I didn't think we'd need 6 centre backs. Turns out maybe we do because we couldn't change Crespi. And the only other player maybe of note is Di Dominicano, although I'm pretty sure I registered him and he's just not able to play. So maybe I shouldn't have registered him in hindsight. All right, so we can see the team sheets here. I don't think we're going to recognize any of their names. No. Oh, Kane Lewis Potter, the Wizard. That's the Wizard, isn't it? Yeah, we had him. Where was that? Brentford, I think, wasn't it? That's going back now, isn't it? The pressure is all on them. Go out there and cause an upset. I'd like to... The other thing caused a few surprises rather than... I'd like to think that we're a pretty decent team at this level. And, you know, Mainz, I don't know. I wouldn't consider them a world power or anything. Maybe they have got a good team, but they haven't certainly done much in the Champions League. If you're wondering, Milan won the Champions League. AC Milan, now they knocked out Paris, who obviously embarrassed us in the last 16. So I think we can say we're the third best team then, beaten by the team that were beaten by the eventual champions, obviously, third best team. But yeah, I mean, as for this, it is just a nice little bonus. A little bit of what's holding us back is that I don't want to sell players, especially now that we've registered our squad, till we're out of the tournament, because obviously we can't replace them. We are looking, obviously, we're obviously looking to sign players, but oh, Chuck, that's the other guy that was at Chelsea, with Villa guy. It's from a set piece as well. It's Sanchez, and it's soft. 7 minutes in. And, yeah. I mean, that's just soft, isn't it? I do worry a little bit how, not how competitive we'll be, but I guess match sharpness perhaps is, how ready we are, because we had like a 2-week winter break. I didn't bother playing friendlies because everybody was away on international duty when we would have been coming back to get ready for this tournament. So it's kind of left us a little bit probably underdone coming into this. I think the players that played internationally are probably fine. But someone like Butchman, for example, can't remember if Sanchez went off on international duty or not. But yeah, there's just a few that are probably slightly underdone. That was a good ball from Montel. Lacko to Torres. Torres is in here. Torres. He's got under it. I mean, he had Bertic in the middle as well. You just wonder if that was a good opportunity, wasn't it? It was a very good opportunity. We are doing okay in terms of possession. I wonder if we lower the tempo down a little bit and see if that maybe helps us. We've seen this from us before, though, where we dominate possession but don't necessarily create much with it. As Bertic is working hard on Chukwuemeka, whatever his name is. There's a part of me that's glad he left Villa, because I would have struggled with that name. I mean, it's not been... You look at the match momentum there. We've had our moments, haven't we? But, yeah, Mainz just had a bigger, better moment, really. And so here we find ourselves potentially 1-0 down at the break. Can we demand more coming into half-time? We need to find a way, basically, to get shots on goal here, don't we? So, let's go with unlucky. Bertic is switched off. Bertic is pushing his luck. He really, really is. Alright, so, I think, let's go like this. Let's not fear them. Sithole can come off for Siraj, who is happy to stay now, which is a very nice bonus for us. And yeah, let's see if putting a little bit of extra pressure on them. They're playing 4-4-2, so let's stick someone up here, in front of their centre backs as well as the two centre forwards, and let's see what they do with that. Are they going to score a goal? Oh, Montel's nicked it back. Lacko just let it get away from him, didn't he? Oh, we've nicked that back again with Torres. Siraj, back to Torres. No, not quite. And here we go again, looking to defend. Can we win it back for a third time in this highlight? I'm wondering now if because I've just switched the whole tactic, if I've got sort of the minute tactics still correct here. Bertic. Oh, what is that, Bertic? Get off my field. Honestly, mate. Just get off. Mezzoleni, you can come on. We've got too many good players to put up with that crap from Bertic right now. Oh, and they've scored again. They scored about 7 minutes into the first half too, didn't they? I'm tempted to make a double change up front. Zinko can come off for Raz as well. Now, one thing we do need to bear in mind is goal difference. It could be important. So let's get rid of all that stuff and just see if it works for us. I mean, ultimately, if we win our second 2 games against the 2 non-European sides, Pinter's with a good save there, but this is turning this game, isn't it? All right, let's try a berating. It's the old same. At least we got a corner away there without conceding. It's a bit of the same old story in that, yeah, we're doing okay in terms of possession without just creating anything. And it's definitely the next step we have to make as a team, is being able to not just dominate possession against these teams, but actually do something with it. Mezzoleni, it's broken for Kovacic. It is Montel. Torres should pick it up though. Torres gets it back there for Siraj. Siraj! He's happy at the club and he scored a goal. It's the 7th of the season, this sort of elongated season that we find ourselves in. And can we now... It's not the greatest. These two just not on the same wavelength there, were they? But Siraj takes the touch. Good finish across the goalkeeper. And are we back into this now? Oh, we've got a kickoff highlight. Well, this could be a very, very telling highlight, couldn't it? Can we go and get to that first? Not quite. As Chukwuemeka comes through the middle. Butchman. How are we defending? We want to try and trap them inside, don't we? And is the highlight going to continue? No. All right, let's demand more. Lako's looking for... Okay, Lako, you can come off then too, mate. We've got Madzar on the bench. And what we will do is we will switch Madzar and Mazzoleni. And I've just realised, if I just made my final sub there, haven't I? I mean, that's okay. It's the only thing I might have done otherwise was switch Torres and... Oh, no, we can make another one. Torres and Kovacic might be one to make if Torres isn't having a great game. Actually, we might do that now as well. And everybody else, I think, is okay. There's a ball over the top. We're not going to get there first. Someone get in the middle and defend. We definitely look a little rusty here, don't we? All right, let's try an encouragement here. Let's try and be a little bit more positive. And see if we can. All right, let's try raising up our tempo. And maybe not get early crosses in, but let's try and get some shots coming in on them. We've got another free kick to defend. Oh, he's not offside, is he? And that is 3-1. We've got... I mean, they're unlucky on the fact that a very good free kick is hit the inside the post. We're a little bit unlucky in the fact that it's just fallen straight back to their boy. All right. Can we get back to 3-2? I don't think we've done enough, have we? We've not looked quite good enough going forward, and we've certainly not looked good enough at the back to deserve much out of this. But even just for goal difference purposes, I should have checked if goal difference is the determining factor. I imagine it would be in a sort of a 14 group. Siraj, no, it's just nicked away from him again. We don't want to get hammered here. Come on. Raz does well. All right, can Raz pick a pass? Madzar gets it wide for Kovacic. Madzar again. Madzar turns into a little bit of space. Raz. Go on, Raz. In the middle. Oh, Siraj, his shot is blocked. It's a very, very open game, this one, isn't it? Montel putting decent pressure on. All right. We're probably at the stage now where it's a little bit all or nothing. So let's try that. Just see if we can just give him a nervous finish by getting a goal back, but it doesn't look like that's going to be possible for us. And our unexpected World Club Cup challenge will start a 3-1 loss to Mainz. And that's a little bit disappointing. I thought we might be good for a point against them. But yeah, we weren't even really close in the end, were we? So Boca have won the other game 3-0, which isn't great. I tell you what, some of the European, non-European scores are ridiculous. So there we go. Mainz eased to victory. It's a bit of a must-win game now, isn't it? Boca's won, we've lost. We have to win that one now. All right, welcome back. We're getting ready to take on Boca Juniors. It is it's officially a must not lose, but it is very much a must-win game for us. But it's a little bit to catch you up on in between times. The first thing is a new signing. We have signed Bernard Jakubucic. We've signed him from Hajduk Split. We triggered a 3.5 million release fees on $3,500 a week as a squad player initially. And this is the player that we signed. He is coming in as basically, we know that Butchman is going to have to be sold because his contract's up at the end of next season. He doesn't want to negotiate a new one. We can't afford to lose the 10 or so million that we could get for him. So he will in all likelihood be off. He comes in to replace him in the squad, if not in the team. I'm kind of thinking we'll be looking at, it'll be Sanchez, Monsalvo, and Crespi as the European back three. And then Jakubucic, or whatever his name is, will come in and sort of be one of the league centre-backs, or the reserve sort of back three. So that's the plan for him. Hopefully he's going to be a success for us. Now, the other thing is the European season has ticked over. Now, we are still the 10th ranked league, so that's sort of a star rating thing, so we haven't moved there. But where we have moved, Jarun as a club has gone up 5 places to 23rd in the European ranking, so that's good. But is it this one? Yeah. The league has gone up 2 places above Turkey and Portugal to 7th. So we've got a guaranteed team in the Europa League now. So that's guaranteed money for the, for a team in the league, which is good. And then we've got a team in the Conference League in the 3rd qualifying round, which obviously makes it a little bit easier for them to qualify as well. But yeah, that is good. It's 6th. If we can get up to the next one, which I think is the Netherlands, there's a bit of a gap in the coefficients. I could probably show you actually. Is it this one? It's going to be difficult to see, but yeah, so we have 64 and they have 80. So it is a big step, but that's when you start to get multiple teams in group phases and more teams in Europe and all that kind of thing. So that's what we've got to aim to do. But Boca Juniors, let's see what we can do here. We're expecting a 4-3-3 out of them. This is the team we're sending out. Zinco with a heavy match load. It should be fine. So it is Pinta in goal. It is Sanchez, Monsalvo, Butchman as the back 3 for now. Then we've got Torres and Kovacic going down the wings. Montel, Zinco, Siraj, Mazzoleni and Lacco. So a few changes in there. Let's hope that this team does a little bit better than the team against Mainz did. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. Juan Foyth, he was at Spurs and Villarreal, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure I recognise that name. 1 or 2 others there potentially. They do have a good striker. I don't know if it's Palacic. I can't remember what his name was now. Yeah, I mean, we're not really struggling for strikers, so I didn't bother. I haven't bothered making a bid for him, but I wonder if he has. There's no pressure on us. Let's prove them wrong. I guess I'd really like to be able to say, go out there and put on a performance or something. I feel like we should be at least kind of their equal, shouldn't we? I mean, Boca's obviously it's a huge club. It's one of the most famous clubs in the world. But in modern football, a team that's played a few seasons in the Champions League, they're a wonder kid factory, but we are as well at this point. And I don't know. I just feel like we should do okay. Now we've got a -5 goal difference to them, so we could do with undoing some of that damage. But ultimately, we need to get the 3 points here. Hope that Mainz will do us a favour, although in truth, if we beat them and Boca beat Mainz, then it might work out for us okay anyway. We just have to win our last. If you get 6 points and don't progress, you're very, very unlucky, aren't you? So, yeah, we'll just kind of hope for the best on that front. We're doing okay so far in terms of possession. We've not created anything, which is not ideal. But yeah, I think the biggest issue is just the timing of this tournament, where we've come back from pre-season. We've had a week and a half of training before playing Mainz. We've not really been able to do anything. Zinco has a bruised shoulder. I mean, you should be able to play football with a bruised shoulder, I would have thought. Let's keep encouraging them. I mean, a draw does technically keep us alive. We would then need to beat Guadalajara, and we would need Mainz to beat Boca. If you didn't catch it, Mainz beat Guadalajara 4-0. So that's obviously, well, neither here nor there really. But if Mainz have beaten us, it probably does us a little bit of a favour if they just go on and beat everybody. And there's certainly no danger of a goal here so far, is there? So, keep working hard, relax. I mean, I feel like we need to do a little bit more than relax. Keep working hard, I guess, is all we can really say. That seems to have worked, so no point opening my mouth again and potentially ruining things. Let's see how this half begins now. Now, one thing we could do, Mazzoleni as a number 10 has worked well in the past. Lacco, again, we look like a team that's just come out of, or coming to pre-season, don't we? The first touch has at times been, I mean, dare I say, apocalyptic. As they're pinging it around us now. Zinco gets back nicely, wins it back. Zinco's quickly becoming, Jesus Christ, man. He was becoming a favourite of mine, as if that goes in against you, you just sort of hold your hands up and say it's not meant to be. Kovacic. And that ends that highlight. So let's try demand more while we're looking up for it. I'm wondering, looking at the way that they're setting up, that's a little bit of luck. Can we ride our luck again? We can. Okay, so let's try something. Looking at the way they're setting up, I'm wondering, instead of having a man here, which they got someone sitting on, if we drop a deeper man in. So if we I mean, it's putting Montel out of position, but let's hope he can do it. And just drop him in there. Yeah, and I just wonder if Montel might be able to get a little bit more involved. If Foyth, whatever his name is, isn't just sitting on him the entire time. It's a nice little bit of match momentum that we've got there, isn't it? It's not leading to any shots, though. And yeah, I mean, what do we do when you're just not creating anything? All right, so let's get rid of these things, and maybe a shoot on sight. Let's try that. Kovacic not having a great game, so we'll get Holt on for him. Mazzoleni not having a great game. Let's get Skoko on. Just got a sneaky feeling on Skoko. And Zinko in his heavy match load will get Raz on for him. Siraj can stay on for now, as that must have been offside. 15 minutes to play. All right, let's encourage us. Do we stick or twist here? Okay, so they've changed. So we're going to change. Okay, so we are going to go back to this formation, and we've brought on Madza for... Who did I take off? Siraj? And he was already off. Who did I take off just then? Yeah, no, it was Siraj. Yeah, so that's the change that we've made, and... Well, let's hope it works out for us. Torres isn't having a good game either, so let's get Kovacic on for him. Please and thank you. All right, come on. Is there anything in this game for us whatsoever? Can we try a fire up? Late in stoppage time. Who's got this? They do. Ball over the top. Monsalvo's there. Gets it back to Pinter. Butchman. Nice ball for Skoko. We've got Kovacic. We cannot pass to each other. Can we just save ourselves right now? It is absolutely just ridiculous, and that was almost us out of the tournament. There's a minute to go in stoppage time, and honestly, we just need to get out of this, be better for the match sharpness, and focus on Guadalajara as Laco almost wins it back. But we've been massively outplayed there, and we've come away with a draw that we probably don't deserve, in truth. It's just not been good enough. So we are just about alive. We will need to beat Guadalajara. We'll need Mainz to beat Boca. And we'll need a 3-goal swing. So we'll need to probably look to win at least 3-0, won't we? Win 3-0. Hope that Mainz put 2 past Boca. And then we can sneak through. And that'll be next episode, of course. So, yeah, it's just sloppy right now, isn't it? Just massively sloppy. Anyway, if you've enjoyed that, guys, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time, and we'll tick over to the new season. We'll play Guadalajara. That's going to be in Lons again, and hopefully we'll have a game after that. Otherwise, it's going to be a very disappointing tournament for us, isn't it? Take care.